Wholeness, beautiful beings. This is Rasheedah Silvertree here. Welcome to another reading, energy reading in the form of these wonderful energies here. Let's get started. I don't have a title for this, so I'm just going to read what's there, what comes up. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 10 energies. All right, so, okay, very interesting, the grouping here. All right, so the energies, I have 1, 2, 3, 3 energies facing downwards. The energies facing downward are energies that are unseen energies that rule the scene. So the unseen rules the scene. Okay, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 3 energies facing upwards, and that's the energy that we're facing now is the collective. It's right in front of us at this moment. And then we have energies that are facing on their side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 4 energies when they're on their side, that means that some of us are very much aware of what's going on to certain things, certain circumstances, and to others it is unknown. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so I'm just very interested. I'm just looking at the grouping here. So the one facing upward is, again, serpentine energy. And I think in the last reading, was also very dominant in this area. But then we have 3, 3, 3. Okay, we have 3 groups of 3. So 333, 333 is, I believe, an angel number, meaning like a mastery or the masters. It's a very high frequency. The 333 equals 9. Okay, the feminine, the sacred, divine, feminine, that feminine energy. And then we have that serpentine, that transformative power. Okay, that we're entering into. So let's go deep with it. In the first grouping of the 3, we have an energy facing downward, 1 energy facing upward, and 1 on its side. The star, this is healing energy. All right, it has 6 planets. So we have 6 again, 3, 3. That 3, 3 energy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? And 6 can be sex, meaning creative force, okay? Creative force. I'm hearing guiding, like a guiding light. There's a guiding light for us. Okay, and then the next energy I'm seeing here, we have runes leaning up on it, which is very interesting. Here. Okay, an energy within an energy. So I'm hearing there's a deeper meaning within us all, like going deeper within. And you know, the season of the wind is an excellent time to do inner work. Yes, the summer, spring, sunshine, beautiful weather, all of that is amazing. Yes, go out and do your thing, okay? But at the same time, that wind energy is really focused on what is so substantial, so important for our survival as a species, for survival on this planet, and that's air, that's wind, oxygen, right? And so it's always a very powerful practice to take the time to sit and go within and to focus on the breath. We don't even have to think about it. Our brains are built, okay? Are built to breathe, to help our body breathe on its own. We don't need to say, hey, body, breathe. Okay, hey, body, breathe out. We don't need to do that unless we intentionally, practice certain breathing exercises. But breath is very powerful. We use it to speak. We use it to to express ourselves. We use it to relax. You can judge how you're feeling based off how you're breathing. Usually with anger, we tend to retain a lot of, and anxiety will retain a lot of our breath. People who are having anxiety attacks, those of you, I'm getting that very strongly. You hold on to your breath and you don't want to let go, right? And so that increases your blood circulation, your blood pressure, and then and anger as well. Angry people don't, they begin to restrict energy. And so when you're restricting the breath, you're restricting your diaphragm, then you restrict your muscles, you restrict everything. Everything becomes very tight and very, very hot and inflamed when it comes to anxiety and anger. And so for those of us that are suffering with anger issues or have a hard time controlling, have a short fuse, or those of us who have incredible anxiety, crippling anxiety, breath. Think of the breath when you are able to inhale, exhale, mindfulness, be mindful of the breath this season, okay? By the time you get this this energy reading, we will still be in the season of the wind cycle. Next, we okay, I'm hearing move along. So on the third grouping here, okay. So yeah, let's just take a look here. So going within, so what I'm seeing is meditation. I'm seeing it. An individual in lotus position, okay, and they're in deep in meditation, and they're surrounded by their aura. Like this is their aura on the outside here. You see that? That's their energy field, okay. And so, and then so the energy field and the serpentine energy, and then the source, right? This is source. This is God energy, the star, all right. And so focusing in on the breath, and allow the breath to be your guiding light. Allow the breath to lead you through the meditation. I feel like this reading is focusing more on meditation than anything else for us collective. I really feel that. And then let's see, so that's what I'm getting. The serpentine energy is very much Kundalini. The Kundalini is again a force of energy that sits at the between the perineum, I think. So the anus and the perineum is where it sits. Now sometimes people will have intentional Kundalini awakenings. Sometimes people have unintentional, meaning it's just spontaneous and it awakens, and they have a tremendous everything in their life pretty much changes in how they perceive their reality, because you have other energy centers that are being activated, and they're able to perceive energies beyond the physical. And then they have to, but the key is when you're having a Kundalini awakening, okay, collective, you see that? When you're having a Kundalini awakening or a shift of consciousness, because this can also be just a shift of consciousness too, okay? Because not everyone's meant to be awakened all at once. That is, I think, would be magical, but sometimes it can cause a lot of upheaval as well, because once you have a shift in your consciousness, everything in your reality begins to shift. And here's the thing, when there's a shift in your consciousness, meaning the serpent's skin is breaking through and you're transforming into a different space, different frequency, relationships and jobs are left behind. You move to a new country, move to a new space. There are a lot of endings. You're shedding off something that you can't identify with anymore. You're shedding off of skin. And we have these shifts of consciousness or shifts in our lives all the time. We're cyclical beings. We are not linear. We are cyclical. Come on. It's all throughout our life. We have seasons of growth. When we enter into this world, we're not a baby forever. Our bodies go through these cycles and these seasons, okay? From birth to death. If you are blessed and gifted to be on this planet and leave this planet in decent amount of health, It's a beautiful, beautiful transition and cycle of life. Okay, but I'm sensing and feeling that there is, yes, a definite like transformative shift. Okay. All right. And that's just, I feel like that's the center of this, is that this, again, I'm being pushed to focus more on the meditation. So then we have the runes that are sorry, the energies that are upright. Okay. And so we have that wolf energy. That white wolf energy is, to me, is the lone wolf. And what's so beautiful about the medicine of the wolf is that wolves can work by themselves, and they work very well with other people, right? They have the wolf pack, and then they have seasons where they go in alone. Okay, they call them the omega wolves. They'll go out for several weeks or a few months or some kind of season, and then they'll come back. But they work excellent with the pack. And so what I'm getting is that when you're focusing on strengthening your energetic field, it makes it that much easier for you to work with the pack, work with others. When you don't work on strengthening your energetic field, your electromagnetic field, okay, you can be overrun. It can be a very overbearing experience working with other people, because their personalities, their egos, their energy weaknesses or leaks, okay, can affect you. So when you take the time to strengthen your energy field, right? That meditation is a great way, because meditation gives you deeper insight on where your mind is, where your body is, where your emotional status is. You get visions, you get deeper insights of your own reality that's affecting your external reality, that's affecting other people. Okay. I'm also getting that my collective out there, we have to understand the power of hypnosis. We are being hypnotized all day long, to the point that when we sleep, we're still under the influence of external realities. Okay? And for those of us that are super sensitive, I myself I'm very sensitive. I can listen to a song, and then that song doesn't leave my energy field, my mind, my consciousness, for weeks. Like TikTok is the worst. Shorts are I would say, when not used properly, because again, with the rise of technocracy, it's all about how we use these tools and how they use us. When you're unconsciously just scrolling, and then TikTok, sometimes they have a list of songs, or for the shorts, they have a list of music that's already available to you. And so when I catch myself like just scrolling through, just unconsciously, right? That, like, one of those songs will be in my energy field for what seems like forever, and it's loud. It's very, very just dominant in my space. So be very mindful when using digital devices, okay? Because that's what they're meant to do. They're meant to divide your awareness. They're meant to divide your consciousness and your attention and your focus, which is very much all rules the lower energy centers. From your solar plexus down to the sacral, down to the root, down to your earth star. So you can't really, and the earth star is your main purpose in this life, okay? Just to keep it very simple. Your earth star is what brought you down to the earth realm, and you have to figure that out. Sometimes it takes a whole lifetime. Sometimes people find their calling, or they have an awakening, or a source pulls them in one direction or the other. But that's what's happening with these digital devices, is that they're dividing us. That's why they're called divide, okay? It's digitally dividing our consciousness, and it's splitting us, so that other energies and entities can come through our energy field. This is why meditating is incredibly important. Meditation is a form of self-hypnosis. When you commit on a daily basis, meaning 2 to 3 times a day, start out by doing 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night, and build up to a half hour. Half hour is that's a nice one. To up to 2 hours, that's when you've done it a while and it's more advanced, okay? But you can retrain your subconscious mind. You can retrain your energy field, okay? Literally, you can reprogram it. And so it's very, very, very important, this energy reading. For some reason, this is my second one today, and the other one I just had a title and I went with it, but I think the best readings are when it's not scripted, but it's not premeditated. All right, so let's take a look at the energies that are upright. Okay, let's continue this. So we have the arrow again. There's power, there's growth. I think anything pointing downward, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what it's pointing at. We have the wheel. Okay, we have the wheel of fortune. Okay. Yeah, let's go with that. So the wheel of fortune is pretty much, I get in the arrow. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, now I'm getting it. So when you are going within and you're practicing meditation, mindfulness, heartfulness, practicing being in the space of silence, you do open yourself to a fortune, okay? You open yourself to the mystical, magical wheel of consciousness, okay? And when you are focused enough, because that arrow to me is like screaming, focus, focus, focus. And so when you have that focus of just, it's, I don't know, it's kind of a dichotomy, because it's like the more you focus on the breath, the more you focus on presence alone, that's when you open yourself to all that is, to all that could be possible. So you're opening yourself up to pure potentiality. Okay, you start receiving downloads and whatnot. And so, again, the wheel of fortune is pure potentiality. Okay, when you decide to go inward and to focus. All right, let's take another look at an energy that it's on its side over here. Oh, abundance. 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 Look at that. Okay, with abundance, with guiding, following source, that guiding light through. Ooh, I just realized this. The B is for breath. Okay, so allowing the breath to guide you, to be that guiding light right there. Okay, now let's take a look at the energies that are facing down. Okay. All right, so over here, again, we have the why. So when you are taking your deep breaths and you're allowing the breath to guide you, the whys begin to become, they become answered. You receive downloads and answers, the yes, the why, okay? And then I also see like a unification here too. The unification, you see 3 points, 3 energies coming together. So it's like almost like an end of chaos in a way. The 3 points, mind, body, spirit, mind, heart, spirit, So all of that's very, very good. Okay, let's take a look over here near the wolf, the energy of the wolf. Okay, so that's upright. And again, alchemy. And this is also, this energy, this symbol is symbolic for the mind and the chaos of the mind. Energy manipulation too. And here's the thing, when you're practicing meditation alone, anyone that's trying to manipulate you on any level, have a harder time doing that. Okay? Because the power of suggestions also play a part in hypnosis. All right? You have people who just come into this world with stronger energy fields, and they're very dominant, not necessarily very loving. You can have, if you bump into another person, another human that has a very dominant yet loving energy field, that's a gift. Okay, that is a beautiful gift to behold. But sometimes you'll have very dominant personalities or dominant personas that can really manipulate you just based off of their own thought forms. Okay, thought forms can be very strong and very powerful, even if people aren't even conscious of, like, let's say I'm going to use the term black magic. Black magic is ill intent. You're using energy with ill intent to cause harm or to get something to feed your own selfish wants and desires. And you don't need to be, waving around a wand and wearing a cape and having a cauldron to practice black magic. There are many, many, many people and individuals who do it unconsciously. Okay? They're unconsciously doing things that aren't in alignment, and it's causing harm because they're serving themselves. And that's the only thing they're conscious about, is they're self-serving, right? I made a video about that the other day. Self-serving people out there that are unconsciously practicing black magic. You do not need to be a witch, a wizard. There are Christians who do this. There are Muslims who do this. There are atheists who do this. There are people who are in the cultic atmosphere and arena that do this unconsciously. Okay, so when you're meditating, it is a form of protection. Last but not least, we have the 3 again. There are a lot of 3s in here. 333 is, to me, is mastery of the divine feminine. Okay? You have the womb. You see that? The womb is in the shape of a triangle. Okay? You have the Holy Trinity, all that. And so when we're mastering the divine feminine, to me, when it comes to meditation, and the energy of the wind is your internal work, your subconscious work. What is in the dark, right? When you close your eyes, you enter in, what do you see? You see darkness, correct? And so when you go in there, you close your eyes, you go inside, you slow down your breath, you close your mouth, you close your throat chakra, you'll be able to activate the inner throat chakra. You'll be able to hear your inner voice. You'll be able to see with your inner eye. You'll be able to hear with your inner ear. It's all about inside, okay? It's all about going inside. And that is the energy reading, guys. I really felt a lot of flow in this. A lot more so than the other one, to be honest. I just did. I mean, the other one was important too, but this one by far, I don't know, I think I might post this one first, before the other one, because this one just felt right. It felt good. And so, again, don't allow the practice of meditation to intimidate you. There are some lines of religion that are not, they're not really for meditation because they believe it's demonic in some way, and I just think that is really backwards. Which I will have a discussion on religions in my personal perspective, because and what my own human experience with that, religions or relying on the jinn, for those of you who are into etymology, symbolism and words and all that. So yeah, relying on the jinn, that's religion. And so I'm just gonna stop there. But if you know what jinns are, good for you. If not, stay tuned. So with that, I really hope this is helpful and it gives you leeway. Again, start with 5 minutes. I remember back in December 2015 is when I I started my commitment to meditation. Okay, I had a massive awakening in 2015 for sure. Or it was like right before my awakening, and that during that time frame, and I swear I started at 5 minutes. And it is still challenging, because again, meditation, I'll say this and I'll wrap it up. Meditation depends on your external stimuli. So if you are in, let's say, a healthy environment, healthy relationship, your body is healthy, your money is right, you're doing what you love. And I'm not saying like your life is perfect. I mean, you still have down days, but in general, you have a good, healthy environment in your external reality in your home, and your perception of your reality is good. When you meditate, it's much easier. When it's the opposite, your relationship struggling, money ain't right, a lot of stresses on the body, a lot of pain, meditation is by far incredibly challenging. So, for those of you that are going through it, okay, take 5 minutes. And take 5 minutes throughout the day, okay? I just know, when you start studying the power of getting up before sunrise and doing in energy manipulation at sunset, because that's what it is. Meditation is energy manipulation, okay? You're consciously tuning inward and doing the work. You're sitting and hearing your voice, okay? So I love talking about meditation. I love talking about this stuff. Thank you so much for tuning into this message. Not quite sure what to call it yet, but it'll come to me. Source will share that with me. And yes, remember, expand your consciousness, evolve your human being, and embrace supreme loving guidance. You are love, okay? You are light. You do not be afraid to walk within your own darkness. Carry the light to walk through your own darkness. It's okay, really. With that, I love you, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.